Good morning, church family. Today we come to Psalm 93. It's a short little psalm that packs a lot in there. Let's go look at its 5 verses together. They tell you that sometimes you do your best speaking when you just try to make one point. Well, that's kind of what Psalm 93 does. It's almost like a devotional. It makes one point, gives one example, and then gives us one application. We see the point in the first 2 verses. What's the psalmist after? He's after how amazing God is. He says, the Lord reigns. He is robed in majesty. The Lord is robed. He has put on strength as his belt. Yes, the world is established. It shall never be moved. Your throne is established from old. You are from everlasting. So the one point, God is in charge. He rules and he reigns. Then he gives one example in verses 3 and 4. The floods have lifted up, O Lord. The floods have lifted up their voice. The floods lift up their roaring. Mightier than the thunders of many waters, mightier than the waves of the sea. The Lord on high is mighty. So the psalmist looks for one of the strongest examples he can think of. He thinks of the ocean with its vastness and its power. Imagine when you've been tumbled in a wave, when you've been out on the ocean, when it's really rough, beyond what you can handle. You feel how strong it is. Yet the psalmist says that is nothing compared to our God. And if that's the God we follow, what's the one application? He says, verse 5, your decrees are very trustworthy. Holiness befits your house, O Lord, forevermore. In other words, we can trust that if we do things God's way, it will be a blessing and it will be good and it will be right. So church family, it's a really simple point this morning. Our God is greater than anything. And if so, we can trust him. And when he says something is good, we should trust him and we should try it. Let's do that today.